ready to rumble.
To the USASA National Amateur Cup Finals. This is the second semifinal of the evening. For those of you who are returning, thank you and welcome back. For those of you just tuning in, it's the Milwaukee Torrent versus FC Arizona. They're playing for a spot in the final on Saturday evening to join the New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms, who were in action and won 5-1, a convincing display over Tobacco Road. Milwaukee Torrent FC in the blue, FC Arizona in the white with black accents. Diego Mijan here with Kristen Hazley. How you doing, Kristen?
We are doing great, Diego. Got a nice look at that sun setting behind us here at the NIU Stadium, and we are ready for a second match of the evening, hoping it'll be just as exciting as the first one was.
We were really treated to a barn burner that first game, so we'll see what we have in store tonight. FC Arizona from Region 4, FC Milwaukee Torrent, they are from Region 2 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. FC Arizona from New Mexico, surprisingly. No, I'm kidding. They are indeed from Chandler, Arizona, representing the NPSL. FC Milwaukee Torrent also representing the NPSL, also the NISA Independent Cup and the Wisconsin Cup. In just a moment, we are going to bring you the names who will represent each team as the starters for Torrent and FC Arizona. So for FC Arizona, it is Carlos Reyes Berboa. In goal, he will be defended by Jose Murillo, Tarek Salama, Seyden Alharti, and Alexis Flores. A four-man midfield made up of Gabriel Waters, Brian Aceves, Luis Gallegos, and Marco Afonso, who captains the side with the number 10 on his back. They are led today by Justin Provenzano and Kyle Benjamin in the attacking line. For Milwaukee Torrent, it is Sam Ortner, Taylor Pill, Ethan Kratzer, Brandon Kaup, and Davis Nelson, who are your back line and goalkeeper. A midfield that we have been told to keep our eyes on. It's Angel Gongora, Jamie Lecomte, and Max Ludwig. Up top, it's Alejandro Martinez, Paco Piscagila, and Javier Steinwasser. Kristen, who are we keeping our eyes on this match?
Well, Diego, you just highlighted a couple of them for FC Arizona there. I'm sorry, for Milwaukee Torrent and Angel Gongoria, Jamie Lecomte, and Javier Steinwasser. However, it's also an international affair over on the FC Arizona side. We've got Seden Alharti playing in the back, is an Arizona State club team member. And we're looking at Marco Afonso in the midfield as an attacking midfielder. He just finished up his collegiate days at UNC Greensboro and is looking to anchor that midfield and drive possession for FC Arizona.
You know, I don't want to wax poetic too much, but last year, out of Region 4, your champions, was it Aztec FC? No, it was Mesoamerica FC. Their center attacking mid, number 10, captain's armband, Herman Alfaro was the standout man in the 99th anniversary of the National Amateur Cup Finals. But we are here at the Centennial, and we are underway, beginning first with FC Arizona. Quickly, the ball with Alexis Flores. Searching ball over the top. It will find the feet of Kyle Benjamin. Lays it back. Opportunity. Caught there from Torrent. And they will look to go the other way. Lecomte.
What a gift at the beginning of the game there. Just left open at the corner of the box and just unable to put it on frame. But an excellent position and a gift of a position, to be honest with you, 1 minute into the game.
What we saw in the last game, space is really starting to open up towards the back end of play, but looks like we may have a few opportunities and pockets for goals starting early. FC Arizona away, testing the long ball, searching. Provenzano vying for possession, loses out.
Can already see FC Arizona trying to play direct there. It'll be interesting to see what attacking style they do decide to go with this game. If they are going to try and play that through ball and play more direct and win with speed, or if we'll see a little bit more of what we did in the first game with possession dominating.
So FC Arizona are lining up today with four listed as the midfielders. It'll be interesting to see if they line up sort of as a flat four across, or if it's more of a diamond in the midfield, trying to run things against Gongora, Lecomte, and Ludwig.
Yeah, we'll keep a close eye on that. As we know and as we learned in the first game, possession in the midfield is going to be a big dictator of who comes out on top in this game.
Here is Torrent. Ludwig testing the long ball, searching for Steinwasser. Those are some low socks on the striker. Love to see it.
Is that a soccer ick for you, or no? You're a fan of the low socks?
I'm a big low sock person.
Gotcha. My shins hurt looking at him.
Salama with the long ball. It's a lot of long balls early. This is the feeling out process, you'd have to say. Berboa now.
And why not, right? If you're going to be successful playing over the top and running forward straight the rest of the game, might as well figure that out right now and keep doing it. But, you know, I think what we'll see is it's going to be much more of a technical game. It's going to take a little bit of technical possession to put yourself on top this game.
Absolutely. That ball safely in the hands of Ortner.
And Sam Ortner, have to give him a shout out, plays his collegiate soccer at DePaul University in Indiana, Greencastle, home of my brother's alma mater.
Okay.
Go Tigers.
Connections abound all around for this tournament. Like, there are players who, you know, sharing leagues, sharing experiences, sharing college experiences, sharing professional experiences. There's so much talent on display this weekend from a wide variety of experiences.
You're spot on with that, Diego, and it always surprises me truly kind of how small the soccer world is. I know we talked the first game, been out here multiple times for some Olympic development programs, and you know, you kind of see the same friendly faces and same U.S. soccer folk around.
Tamely collected there by Berboa. Still in his hands. Will lay it out and guide his numbers forward. Now we'll test. It is flicked on. Kyle Benjamin trying to make a play on it. Brendan Kaup equal to it. Out of bounds, Arizona's throw in. And they get it right back.
This Milwaukee Torrent side has a very heavy influence of Wisconsin youth soccer, if you will. A large majority of these players played their youth soccer around in similar clubs, and really kind of core, stuck around there a bit as well. Got some interesting collegiate choices in Wisconsin.
Speaking of those youth connections, they do also run and oversee Wales FC, a youth club in Wales, Wisconsin. So a lot like so many of these team ties and connections to youth programs, to youth development, very community focused. It's going to fall for Torrent, but not the connection that Baco Biscaglia would have wanted there.
No, not the connection, not the strike he was looking for, but a great job to lose his defender and be able to receive that ball at the top of the 18 there with enough time to get a shot off.
So under pressure are FC Arizona, needing to get out from the back. Do get their clearance only as far as the back line for the Torrent. And here they are back in possession. Very direct so far from both teams. Kind of lacking that really locked down possession, make something happen.
Yeah, I think like you stated, Diego, we're just still in that feeling out period here, about 6 minutes in. Both teams trying to just find where is that soft spot, where can we possess and move forward.
Flores, Salama, and back for Burboa. Al-Harti, this is better. Trying to cut through the middle and does. Ball wide for Kyle Benjamin, who can run at Pill. Kyle Benjamin into the midfield. That's a great find from the captain, Marco Afonso. First and most deadly effort from FC Arizona early in this first half.
Well, yeah, as we take a look at the replay, he just has entirely way too much time at the top of the box. I mean, to be able to receive, take one or two touches, he could even have taken a second one if he wanted, and get a shot off uncontested. Hopefully a wake-up call there from Milwaukee Torrent. Start to step to the ball there, especially within shooting range.
And here they are in possession. Playing it around the back, it's calm, and they're moving their numbers forward. Here's the long ball, clear across the field. It's found its target well. What can they look to create here? Cutting back. Trailing end line, looking to win a corner. Cleared away effectively by Arizona. Kyle Benjamin nods it on. Contesting for it against Pill. Does get a great step on him, but that was Ethan Kratzer on the cleanup.
And you just mentioned Taylor Pill there. Talk about a soccer-rich history family. Taylor's currently the associate head coach at Mariantha College, and where he played 4 years. And his father, Jeff Pill, might sound familiar to U.S. soccer fans. He's spent quite a lot of time on the men's and women's national team sides, including coaching Mia Hamm and Michelle Akers and Brandy Chastain, and the list goes on.
I think I've heard of one or two of them.
Just a couple.
So that's going to be a big advantage for the Torrent. That is a tremendous amount of championship pedigree, leading that team from the touchline. And as an assistant coach too, they are deep, their coaching staff.
It just shows the community ties that they have. This is clearly, where you go to play your amateur soccer in the Milwaukee area.
Here come the Torrent, cleared away. Al-Harti got the step. Nelson now. Ludwig. It's falling for the Torrent in the box, but offside is the call. There's a flag up on the far side.
Yeah, just tried to play a little too direct there. Looks like got caught off. I'd love to see if FC Arizona can maybe possess this ball and work it up the field a little bit. Looks like we're going to play a 50-50 ball in the air, but
driven well, and it falls kindly for Provenzano. But so far, the defense from the Torrent have been equal to it, giving enough space for the attackers to let that ball over the top, but close on it enough to swallow it up. Here's Ludwig. Steinwasser flips it wide. Martinez.
It's a much better build-up from the Torrent there. Now you see the combination starting to come. I think they're starting to settle in, starting to find those open spaces. They've played down the left side quite a few times. Looks like that give and go is on quite a bit for them right now.
Yeah, Lecomte, one of those players we highlighted to watch. He was the intended target on that last attack. Didn't come off for him that time, but you anticipate a lot more opportunities falling the way of this incredible midfield trio.
I think they will have themselves a busy night between trying to find some opportunities from the midfield as well as connecting with those forwards. I mean, you talk about Steinwasser up there, a target for you almost every time down the field.
So the ensuing free kick for the Torrent will be taken here by Taylor Pill, one of the co-captains of this team. Swings that one right to the top of the 18. Nothing doing there. Steinwasser turns, has some space, chips one into the box. It's met there! And redirected goal. We're lacking the power to really trouble the goalkeeper, but a good first effort on target for the Torrent.
Yeah, I like that decision by Steinwasser there to go ahead and play that ball in. Yes, you're a little far out, but that's the more dangerous ball.
Here is FC Arizona on the hunt now. Benjamin trying to use his pace to get around Nelson. Not going to work this time. Gongora flips it up. Pushed forward. Nodded out of bounds by Salama.
It's been a good test here of FC Arizona's back four. How are they going to stand tall against direct balls as well as some of those combos? Can they stay organized? Can they keep in line? And can they shift together to prevent those through balls getting in?
They've been equal to it so far, though lacking maybe a few opportunities of their own. Here is the man who had their first opportunity, Afonso, out for Flores. Now sending long. Provenzano, a little too tenacious on that pressure. Foul is the call. Does look like they're going to play a little bit narrower in the midfield and let those strikers kind of create that width. Provenzano, Benjamin, obviously very pacey. Looking to use that pace in behind.
Yeah, that does seem to be what they're, the style that they're going for. And obviously it gets a little cramped having both a wide midfielder as well as an attacker play wide. I like pulling that midfield in tight, you know, keep it in that maybe diamond formation, possess the ball. Let your forwards work up and down the wide sidelines. Too many people try and just go one way. Be creative with your runs, and the only way you can do that is by creating some more space with them. So I like that tucked in midfield formation.
Laying it back for Salama. Murillo. Dispossessed. Nelson got the step, and away goes Martinez. Martinez catches. Oh, he's going to the back pocket, is he? No, just the front. Yellow card, clear and obvious. A great attack is snuffed out. And I think the Torrent wants some more, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's a good call here. Just a little tug and then feet get tripped up there. Not sure if it was intentional, but a foul nonetheless. It's unlucky, and FC Torrent's going to have a great opportunity here just outside the box.
Yeah, no malice in it at all, but a really smart tackle to to cut that attack out. Martinez with a burst of pace in behind. And now the Torrent will have to earn it the hard way.
It's quite a long booking here.
So as the wall finds their 10-yard mark, we'll see if we have the draft excluder going under the wall. No, standard wall. Standing over this one, then. Ludwig. And Pill, the co-captains.
Haven't seen Barboa, the goalkeeper, tested yet this half. This will be interesting.
It will be Pill. It's off the wall. And at the feet of FC Arizona, cleared away, and they win the throw-in too.
Well done. Wall does its job. Escape that threat for the moment.
Here is the throw. Down line. Nodded on. Afonso will give chase. He's going to find it at his feet, poked free. Clever touch by Gongora. Here's Martinez again. Ludwig flips it in for the striker, Paco Piscaglia. Dispossessed.
So far, a nice job by FC Arizona's back four. Still just, you feel that Milwaukee's starting to possess a little bit more, but FC Arizona's just remaining calm and patient in the back line, which is what you need. You need composure.
No nonsense clearance from the FC Arizona back line, sent away out for a throw-in for Milwaukee Torrent FC. Calling for numbers, calling for runs. It's played in, knotted down only so far. They do get it back though. Martinez trying to keep the ball glued to his feet. FC Arizona come away with it. Martinez recovers, plays it back, lays it calmly for Gongora. And now they are back in a bit more of a solid possession. Great pocket of space for Martinez there. Out wide, Ludwig. Ludwig cutting inside.
Oh, what a
Oh,
layoff.
delicate, clever, lays it. Oh, but no one at the back stick for it. That was an amazing little pirouetting little layoff as Ludwig continued his run.
Yeah, the Milwaukee Torrent definitely getting more comfortable in the attack now. Saw a beautiful little layoff, and they're back attacking again.
Piscaglia rising for it was Martinez.
Great ball.
Great ball. Maybe rose a bit too high for it, caught it on his chest when maybe the head was the better option. Regardless, that opportunity goes begging for the Milwaukee Torrent. So now they're under pressure. How do they work their way out? Clear it. It's controlled by Pill. Afonso. He did see the run of Benjamin on that backside. And he will get a step. Sent back from Murillo.
See if they can string a few passes and try to go direct.
Time and place for the directness you have to imagine, but no call, says the referee. We play on. Waters trying to find the path of Provenzano. Ooh, very nearly
Dicey
got to
there.
it too. The long throw in. Gongora just it's a bit more open this game than what we saw from the first one. Lots of balls getting sent back and forth. Feeling out process. Continuing into the 20th minute of play. And cleared away once again by FC Arizona. Kept it inbound, so Ludwig comes away with it. Ball cutting through the middle. Martinez can't make anything happen. Afonso tries to lay it off for Aceves.
Yeah, Milwaukee Torrent is just doing a better job right now in controlling possession in the game. They're a little bit more technical, so you've seen a couple of these balls, a poor touch that bounces around. They are bringing it down right away and switching it to another part of the field to instantly start that possession. And they just seem very comfortable where they're at right now.
They do seem a bit more comfortable in this match. Ball into the box. All important deflection away. Here goes Afonso. Searching for options. Tries to play in behind. The angle isn't right on that occasion. They are going to get it back. Here is Afonso. Sizing up Kratzer. Afonso, too excited. Catches a little too much body on trying to get to the ball. And that attack is snuffed out. Maybe a little bit disappointing for FC Arizona. Free kick is the call.
I love the idea of trying to transition quickly into the attack and going directly if it's on, though. Otherwise, we end up in this situation like FC Arizona just was, where you've got one guy on the ball and you've got to go 1v1. Best you can do there is almost win a corner out of it.
Lecomte with a great touchdown for Kratzer. And Ortner. Kratner receives again on the turn. Here comes a long ball for Martinez. He's got a step, nods it on. Good defending there, Salama. Just physical and clever enough to put him off. But here comes Torrent again. Martinez strikes from distance. It'll fall to Lecomte. Gets under that one.
Such a hard strike to keep down. It takes that bounce and it's rising and you're trying to one-time it. Yeah, that's a tough one to put on frame. It's a great look, though. Well done by Lecomte.
Heads-up play as well from Steinwasser to collect that ball and make something happen. Martinez's shot looked deadly if it weren't deflected from a grounded defender. FC Torrent are starting to get a foothold in this match, just ever so much more than FC Arizona, perhaps. Here's Ludwig. Lecomte. Ball over the top, so this is their danger man. Chipped over and cleared.
What a save. Brilliant save there by Salama.
It looks like a momentary advantage will be called back. Piscaglia was the striker who got that touch just ahead of the goalkeeper.
Here's take a look at the collision here. We got two players down currently. That seemed, 50-50 ball, fairly clear. As a goalkeeper myself, I'm not calling a foul there on either player.
No, I think the contact is just kind of what you expect from that situation. Credit where credit's due. While we're on the subject, Tarek Salama, hustle and determination to get back there and clear that off the line, because that really was bouncing favorably for the Torrent.
Yeah, great hustle just on his part. Just hoping he can get back before that chip sneaks across the line and comes up with, so far, the game-saving save at this point. Still tied 0-0.
So Berboa, the goalkeeper, Piscaglia, the striker, both of them back on their feet, which is good to see. Berboa just taking an extra second to steady himself, but clapping the shoulder of his defender, El Harthi. Looks like he will play on corner, the call.
I like that. Good no call, in my opinion.
Good to let that play out, but then to call it right back, bring attention to the down players.
Be interesting to see how Berboa does with the stadium lights here. I do recall these lights are right on the corner. Not fun for a goalkeeper.
Oh, wow, that is tough.
Yeah,
Does
well
well
done.
that time, punches it clear, wins a foul.
He'll get the foul there. It was well done. Knows the whole time he's going to go for the punch and just make sure that it's out, it's away, it's not going to be picked up for a rebound. Ends up getting the free kick out of it anyway.
So here are FC Arizona now. A few promising attacking moments on their end, but it is mostly this direct play through to Afonso Provenzano and Kyle Benjamin. To be determined how effective it's really going to be against a pretty stalwart Torrent defense so far. Led, of course, by Taylor Pill, Davis Nelson, another highlighted player. That's clever. But he's immediately swarmed there. 3 defenders around him.
It's really interesting. Ooh, here we go.
Here is Benjamin. Benjamin! Just wide. Did the keeper get a touch? Yes, he did.
Yep, and that's a great job of just moving the ball around, like moving it from the center to the outside. They haven't rotated over yet. He's got to look there. Ortman does well to cover his near post there and just tip it wide for a corner kick.
Here's another look at it. And that's the simplicity of this game. Flores in some space, flips it out to where there's even more space. A great shot, forces the corner. Their first of the match. Here it is. Swinging inward. Both teams rising for it. Secondary corner.
Beautiful ball in, just out of the reach of the keeper. Had 2 players there, just couldn't quite put it on frame yet. Let's see if they do the same type of ball here.
Tarek Salama almost in disbelief that didn't find the back of the net. He rose so well for it. Let's see if he can get on the end of another one. Swung inward, played dangerously once again. Controlled by Kyle Benjamin. Kyle Benjamin will run at the defense, cleared away and off the foot of Kyle Benjamin. A throw for the Torrent.
It's interesting to see FC Arizona struggle to find even opportunities, to be honest with you. They scored 31 goals during the 2024
Wow, here comes
NPSL regular
Martinez.
season.
Here comes Martinez. What an amazing tackle there by Al-Harthi.
Beautiful tackle. You've got to be precise to tackle in the box, and he does a great job there of just making sure he gets the ball.
Full of confidence and belief. Here's another look at it. Saden Al-Harthi. Another game-saving effort from this pair of center backs. Corner is the call. I do want to return, of course, to that point, but let's see this play out. Driven in towards the near post and cleared away. It's going to fall for the Torrent. Here's Pill once more. Swung in, met there by Salama. Ludwig in possession. They're holding it up well. Martinez from distance.
So quick on the shot.
Deflected once again, though. Quick on the save, too. Here is Martinez. Will he test it once more? No, he'll find the run of Ludwig. Dispossessed. Gongora now. Back out wide. Steinwasser laying in wait. They're not going to find him. It's at the feet of Al-Harthi and cleared away. Ooh, that almost looked good if it had just flown over the head of Cope. Afonso now. Afonso, Travella into the box. Maybe in a dangerous location had there been a striker there waiting for it, but Pill is able, or Davis, pardon me, able to clean that up with no real trouble.
Yeah, I like the idea of getting that ball from the outside in quickly. Just like you mentioned, got to have someone there to get on the back of it.
Here's Ludwig now. Ludwig skating onto his right foot, does favor his left. Tries to go back inside for Lecomte. Defenders there ahead of it. Here's Steinwasser, who's listed as an out-and-out forward, but in a very dropped back position, almost playing as a center back now. Davis tries the ball into the box. Will skip right into the hands of Burboa to kill the attack.
Good possession there, a nice period of taking a look at the goal from a couple different angles there for Milwaukee Torrent. You know, I really just kind of go back to they seem like the more comfortable team right now. You know, FC Arizona seems to be responding versus setting the pace of the game.
I think FC Arizona seems very secure in their game plan, where they're gonna play those long balls. They're gonna look in behind the behind the lines, but it seems like Torrent are secure in theirs and secure in FC Arizona's game plan as well, able to counter it pretty effectively.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that one. I mean, perfectly fine if you you know, if your style of play and attack is direct. You've just got to make sure that, you know, you actually get someone up there, get the balls in on time. I like the possession style. It gives you a little bit more opportunities to move the ball around and see some different angles.
Here is Aceves with Kyle Benjamin to his left. They'll go through the middle. It will fall to Benjamin, tries the curler. Waters tries to flip it out wide. Ludwig is there. It will find its target in Murillo. Murillo against two defenders. Or pardon me, that's Alfonso. Does win himself the corner, and he will have this one on his favored left. No, he gives it up for Aceves.
Be an out swinger on this one. So ball moving away from the keeper, making it a little tougher to come out and clean up.
It's been some dangerous corners the last time we were here from FC Arizona. This from the opposite side. Once again, it's dangerous for them. Just wide.
It's a great ball. You know, like I just said, you saw it swing out towards that penalty spot a little bit. If you are Milwaukee Torrent, you have got to do a better job of making sure someone does not get a free header in the box like they just did on that replay. Just inches, a little bit wide there, you see, but does a good job to battle and get up and get ahead on it.
Say so far for FC Arizona, it's been this pair of center backs, Salama Al-Harthi, who have been offensively and defensively bringing so much to the game for them. That was Al-Harthi, who rose up to try and put that one on frame, wasn't able to on that corner. Salama had the last one. Ludwig now in possession, give for Gongora. Ludwig again. Lecomte can't turn. Steinwasser pokes it free. Pill has some space. Flips it in towards the box. There it is.
Oh.
No way.
I tell you what, that was the most beautiful soccer I've seen tonight so far. Just a beautiful job in the midfield there. I mean, Lecomte just works it out wide. Finds him wide open. They're unlucky not to get a goal out of that.
That was a poetic movement. Just couldn't knot it inside of the post. Oh my gosh, how close was that? Burboa will be thanking his lucky stars. Nodded on for Provenzano. Can't redirect it. So here come the Torrent. Cutting it in. That's a great touch. Martinez saved handily.
Easily handled there by Barbeau, but if you are FC Arizona, you're not too pleased with how many shots you've given up so far this half.
If you're the goalkeeper on a team like FC Arizona and you're seeding all of these shots on target, what are you telling your defense? What are you feeling in between the sticks?
At this point, I mean, it's happening because Milwaukee Torrent are possessing the ball so well and moving it so seamlessly forward into the attacking third. You've really got to know when to tell your defenders, whether it's your center back, your outside back, to step and put that pressure on the ball, and when to kind of hold off because there's something more dangerous going on, whether it's the weak side or, you know, in the inside or a run coming through that only you as the keeper can see. So honestly, Listen to me. That's what I'm telling these guys. Listen to me. Listen when I say step. Listen when I say drop. Listen when I tell you you've got someone on the backside. These guys know that, and they're doing a great job of hanging on as Milwaukee Torrent just dominate the possession right now.
And they will need to start listening to the goalkeeper. It's 10 to 4 shots with 5 on target for the Torrent. Here's Benjamin trailing wide. Ball into the box. Met there!
What a ball.
Immaculate save for the last touch.
That's why we love this game, right? Ball comes across in a split second. Everything we just were saying about Milwaukee Torrent dominating possession almost didn't mean a thing.
That was Gallegos who had that final touch, just lifted it high of the mark. Kyle Benjamin the ball in, trailed wide as he is like to do. It's effective the way that they're splitting these strikers into the wide areas. Here goes Benjamin. Important step there from Kratzer. Afonso now. Out of bounds. Both teams wanting it. Pointed towards the direction of the Torrent in blue. LeCompte.
Just not a lot of pressure from FC Arizona on the throw in there, which is interesting.
Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go early. Yellow card issued.
Looks like we had a foul initially there, and then
the follow-up was...
The follow-up with the ball is what's going to be the issue.
Not better. Yeah, we'll take another look at that.
That's late there. That's your whistle, and that is what's not okay.
Yeah, that was Salama who brought him down initially, and Aceves who had that second after effect, we'll call it.
Be interesting to see what our referee here does. We've got Adam Brzoswick as our center today.
And he is joined by Marcus Barnett and Corey Richards on the touchlines, with Aaron Patterson as your fourth official.
Another Indiana shout out for Aaron. She's one of our Indiana State refs. Excellent work she's done and has been to the highest levels of competition, did some regionals, some nationals work, and now here at the USASA Amateur Cup.
Got to show love to the referees.
If I don't, who will?
So the ensuing free kick, it does look like everyone is okay to play on. Cautionary cards have been issued. And the ensuing free kick skips along to this near side. Steinwasser. Ahead of Flores. Flores sticking with him though. Ludwig finds the ball at his foot. Ludwig has some time, cuts it through the middle. It's a great pass there. Almost seemed like Gongora wasn't ready for it. Steinwasser now forced to go into defensive duties. Great find to the onrushing center midfielder. Flores is with him. He will find Flores. Cuts it back. Gallegos now. Oh, pardon me, that was Aceves. Better possession here, but a good press from the Torrent as well to match it.
Yeah, what a press by LeCompte there. He just sprinted from his attacking box back halfway, cut off the ball going forward, forced him back, and then was up top on this half too. He is putting in the pressure.
Great touch there by Piscaglia. And he is away. Benjamin tracking back, making the save. It's well done. It's at the feet of Aceves now. Flips it out wide. Here comes the long ball, searching. Provenzano not able to get on the end of that one. It's been great defending from the Torrent FC back line. Although this could be a little bit careless from them. Cleared away by Kratzer. Ball at the feet of Pill. Good idea there from Steinwasser to flick it onward into the continued run of Taylor Pill. But you can see him standing there knowing immediately that, I didn't catch all of it.
Yeah, he can't believe he just did that, but it's a brilliant idea. Just mishit a little bit.
Off the chest of Flores, and they come away with it. Afonso running at the defense. Afonso is just shielded away from the ball by Kratzer. It's been the center back show so far in this first half with 5 left to play here in this second semifinal. Winner has a date with the Pan-Cyprian Freedoms of Astoria, New York in the final on Saturday afternoon. That match will be afternoon. That'll be the evening of Saturday the 27th at 7 p.m. Central Time. Tomorrow, make sure to return. We've got the women's semifinals. The first match between the Rochester Lasers and Winger FC will be at 5:30 p.m. And then Pan World Elite Women's FC will take on Edgewater Castle at 8 p.m. All of that will be live on many of our... Ooh, that's a great ball in. We'll be live on all of our streaming platforms on our YouTube. And that'll be live from here at NIU. This is Waters. Lecomte now on the ball. Gongora and Lecomte.
They're so technical. Watch
Hill.
them just pass. Of course, I jinxed them, but
Curse of the commentator.
I know.
It's going to hit every time.
Hardcore.
It's a bit pressy and pushy and forcey from Pill. Not like what we've seen from him. He might have had options behind him that, I don't know, just an odd moment from an otherwise really great performance.
Agreed there.
Afonso will make the play on it and bring it down. Amidst pressure, though, needs to get it off his foot quicker. Steinwasser. There's a technician for you. Great sliding effort there by Cope. They want a handball. They won't get it. It's back and forth. This one will search for Benjamin. It's going to bounce unkindly for him and give Cope enough time to nod it clear. 3 minutes still to be played, just under 3 minutes to be played in this first half.
It's been a great first half. We've seen two pretty different styles of attack, but I mean, we're still tied here at 0-0. Obviously, Milwaukee Torrent has a few more opportunities on goal so far, but FC Arizona is not, they're not just laying down. They are creating some opportunities as well, and all it takes is one, as we well know.
Ludwig. Steinwasser, searching ball. Back to the back line, and Ludwig, Steinwasser. Ludwig receives it again. Ludwig tests the effort on the left foot. Deflected there before it had a chance to be dangerous. Waters holding up amidst some pressure, clears his lines. Further clearance. At halftime, folks, we are going to be joined by Cindy Spira, the managing director of the NPSL, which hosts both of these sides, so we will have some NPSL representation in the final. Make sure to stick around at halftime for those interviews, which we'll also hear as well from one of the coaching staff from the Pan-Cyprian Freedoms. So 2 interviews for you, brought to you by both Michelob Ultra and Duncan. Here is the Torrent. Ball played in, just too heavy the pass. Couldn't bring it down to force a convincing shot. Steinwasser still vying for possession. And seeds the throw.
Yeah, Torrent not happy about that throwing call, but they've done a great job right here to put some pressure on. See, all they've got to do is switch it.
Careless giveaway there. Didn't check his shoulder. Gallegos. Past one, still Gallegos. Tries to find the run of Benjamin. Still Gallegos, gets it back. Gallegos whips his hip around the ball. can't keep it low enough.
Really see the danger that FC Arizona has in their attack. I mean, I know we've said it once already this half, but all it takes is one moment to switch this game 1-0 for FC Arizona. Even though they have not controlled a lot of the possession, they've still had some very dangerous opportunities.
Pill now. Steinwasser. Try to find Ludwig on the far side. There's 3 minutes to be played. Alfonso, great turn. What can he do with it? Nothing there, but he does win the free kick. Aceves quickly to Waters.
You feel Milwaukee Torrent kind of pushing the pace a little bit here. They wanted them to get the ball in play, and you've got to think it's just a momentum thing. Like, they are just containing well. They're having a majority of the opportunities that you don't know what's going to happen after halftime.
It really is anybody's game so far. A foul whistle on Kratzer, who had followed Provenzano. And in vying for possession, just got a little too aggressive in the back of the striker. Here's a ball over the top that will search and will find trailing end line. Good pressure there. Comes to nothing more than a goal kick. Ortner will place the ball. Maybe let a few seconds bleed off. Here is Ortner on the ball. Gives the point, but can't connect. Great touch by Lecomte. And finds Steinwasser out wide. Steinwasser running at the defense, but a great stand there by Flores.
Really well done by Flores there. When
Pardon me, that was El Harte.
El Harte.
Because of course it was, these amazing center backs. Oh, great cut there by Ludwig on his right.
Ooh.
Still Ludwig.
Oh.
Finds, places.
Oh, yeah.
Golazo!
You had a feeling that one was coming.
Jamie Lecomte on the stroke of halftime puts the Milwaukee Torrent FC in front. An amazing move by Ludwig. Hesitates, shimmies, cuts, finds. Lecomte places it, tucks it to bed, gives it a kiss goodnight, checks for monsters in the closet.
A beautiful, beautiful finish there. Finds the low corner. And honestly, just what we've been seeing from Milwaukee Torrent all half. They've possessed the ball. They have been more technical. And that allows you to make those tiny little game-changing passes like we just saw there on that goal.
Oh, yeah, a very well-earned opportunity. They worked it well. They possessed it well. They held up against those balls over the top from FC Arizona, who are now left to respond with only seconds left, perhaps, in this first half. Here's Afonso. Aceves out wide for Flores. Test the ball into the box. Benjamin does get a touch on it, but Ortner was out to smother it. And the first half comes to a close. It is Jamie Lecomte with the go-ahead goal in the first half to take us to the break. Folks, we're going to have just a quick second, and then we want you to come right back for our interview with Cindy Spera, the managing director of the NPSL. Interviews are brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer, and Dunkin' Donuts. We will be right back.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman.
Oh, my goodness.
122-6-0 for Penn.
Oh, what a swim. Six of them.
Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello.
Did it again.
Hello.
Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello.
There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow.
This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Has it, leaps the man, still on his feet. Stevens lunges.
Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County.
Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
And we are back at halftime here and joined by Cindy Spira, the Managing Director of the National Premier Soccer League, the NPSL, which is a USASA national league with more than 80 teams across the country. NPSL is an active USASA member, which is always looking for ways to expand the reach of amateur soccer in the U.S., and it has teams with a direct entry into the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Cindy, thank you so much for joining us. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. Great, thank you.
Well, how you feeling? You got two NPSL teams out here battling it out. How does it feel for the representation?
It feels great. It's a great game, great competition, pretty even. Late goal in extra time there, so it's good. I'm proud of both sides and glad to be here. It's awesome. It's a great night.
Well, before I go forward, I do have to mention out Cindy is our first interview to bring us gifts. So we are outfitted in our new NPSL scarves, and if we sound smart over the weekend, it will be because we took notes in our NPSL notebook. So we are all set. Now,
let that be a lesson to all of our interviews, by the way.
Right, if you're
Come
listening,
bearing gifts.
Come with gifts. And give them first. I didn't give them at the end of the interview. I gave them before the interview.
yeah, perfect. So, big picture, what does an event like USASA Amateur National Open Cup do for a league like NPSL?
It puts us on the map. It gives the teams exposure. It gives us a platform, and it solidifies our relationship with USASA. I mean, we're a Tier 1 league of theirs. We want to represent ourselves. We want to represent for USASA. This is a showcase of amateur soccer. So it's important that it's high level, that it's respected. We have a lot of people out there watching, and our hope is that the NPSL teams show that and can rise to that occasion and that level.
Absolutely. And it mentions in your bio that NPSL is always looking for ways to expand the reach of amateur soccer. How does NPSL seek to expand that reach in the world of amateur soccer, in the world of soccer beyond even?
Mm-hmm. So most of our expansion, honestly, is just driven by our performance of the teams that we have. We have teams from as far as, we've had them in Seattle, in Northern California, down to Miami, up to Hartford, and, all over the country in Texas. And the strength of our teams is the strength of our conferences, is the strength of our league. So we have some really great stories out there right now. We have Annapolis, Maryland, that's breaking attendance records. We have other teams across the country doing great things. We have two teams here representing tonight. So it's really just been a great experience, and we look forward to see what the future brings. We already have a couple of teams announced for 2025, which is exciting. And we look forward to the National Championship, which is next weekend.
Yeah, obviously NPSL, like you mentioned, two teams here with us in the semifinals. As we look at sort of, you mentioned the club in Annapolis breaking the attendance records. We talked to John Mata earlier. Obviously not a whole bunch of fans out here at this event. Now, you don't have to answer this if you're going to get yourself in trouble. But to you, do you feel like it's a better idea to have the finals based in one of the cities where the teams is playing, or something like we're doing here with the 100th anniversary where it's kind of a big, more organized, but maybe less fanfare?
Yeah, I think it's a balance. I mean, it's a balance between, the spectators and doing something for the fans and having an event versus a budget and cost and what you can do reasonably at the amateur level and also for the players. So I think that, USASA made a great decision having the 100th anniversary in Chicago, where U.S. Soccer is based, where this all started. It's a great event, and I think if you give up a little bit on one side, if you had more, more fans here, you may have to have a little bit more runway to get that. So it's a balance. But I think this is a great event. I think the players are enjoying it. Everyone got here safely. We flew in 8 teams, 4 men's teams, 4 women's teams, and so far so good.
Well, Cindy, obviously you're going to have some representation in the final, but is there anything else that you're looking forward to this weekend, soccer-wise or otherwise?
Otherwise, it's always great to, it has to do with soccer, but it's always great to just bond with these teams, meet the owners, get a chance to talk to the players, get some feedback. I have some meetings scheduled, in Chicago, just with some potential teams, some teams that we have in the area that are in this tournament that I want to connect with, and just overall, it's great to see them play, and it's nice to also have these players have the I was going to say boys, but really they're men, but have the men play teams that they haven't seen before. Like Milwaukee and Arizona are in the same league for many, many years. They've never been on the field together playing each other, so that's special. And they'll get to play the New York Pan-Cyprians, which I happen to know very well being from New York.
Yep.
I know that
Me
team.
too.
I know what makes them click, and I think that's going to be a really exciting matchup, whichever team advances here tonight.
Absolutely.
We are definitely in for an exciting final between them and whichever NPSL team ends up progressing out of this game. Anything else? Any last thoughts?
I just want to say thank you to USASA, John Mata, Bruce Bodie. Putting this together is a huge undertaking. I mean, they were so generous in how they structured this to get the teams here, to use their resources to put on this great event. So thank you to USASA.
Well, as NPSL fans and soccer fans in general, we thank you very much for doing all the work that you do for the NPSL and making these kinds of Open Cup events more competitive. So thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Folks, we're going to be right back. We've got one more interview on the way. Stick around. We will return shortly.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
Ah,
caught.
there you
oh,
go.
wow. Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
That it is. Wrestler! Wrestler!
Whoa!
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds left.
Fake players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it.
That's the finish. You get a layup, take it, and an and one. Out of here.
And we're back once again, this time joined by Coach Pano from the New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms. Coach Pano, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about it. How you feeling?
Feeling good. A win is a win. If we're going to dissect the details, there was a lot of sloppy pieces on our end, that we kind of addressed at halftime and at full time. But overall, you win a semi-final 5-1, you have to be happy. So I'm happy. Just need to address the sloppiness and get ready for the next.
Is there anything that you can tell us without, obviously not revealing too much on the stream, but anything specific that you want to clean up in your performance from the match?
I just think it's just to stick to what we're good at. Just keep it clean, keep it simple, and let's not overcomplicate. And I think once we all are pulling in the same direction, it just goes a lot smoother. Just control and pass the ball, pretty much, is all I ask for. It sounds simple enough, but
It's a simple game, but it's hard to play simple, right?
that is correct.
So, first game earlier, Tobacco Road FC, they were looking to come out and pressure right away, right? Your team was able to sort of withstand that, compose and possess a little more. I know you're talking about it, cleaning it up a little bit. Is that what you're looking for, more connection in the midfield to that attacker, to those attacking third?
Yeah, I just think, just to touch on Tobacco, we knew they were young, so we knew they would come out, and we're experienced. We have a lot of talent, whether it's D1, X-Pro. So it's just more using our experience to read the game in that moment, right? It's easy to say what a team will do, but at the end of the day, it's in the field. It's the players that will kick the ball and make the movement. So, things can change. They change every second. The picture changes. So, we rely on our veterans and our players to find that solution in that moment and get us up the field.
Coach, let's talk through the recovery plan. What are you guys going to be doing to get yourself ready for Saturday?
Yeah, just gonna, we've got a pool in our hotel, so
There you go.
we're just probably going to do a little pool tomorrow, and then just maybe a light session, probably just Saturday morning, just get out nice and early, just touch the ball, nothing. Probably won't even break a sweat. You know, it worked out well for us today. So, you know, if it's not broken, you don't fix it. So that's about it. Nothing too complicated. Just out, you know, we're at the tail end of the season. The season starts in a month again, but this is the end of 2023 season, so 4.
Back into EPSL,
back
correct?
into EPSL,
right.
yes.
And you have teams in Cosmo as well, right?
Yeah, we have our younger teams, our reserves per se, and we're now rejoining with the over 40 team. We took
wow.
So we have over 30s that actually made a few trips to the nationals too. So we had a hiatus because like half of us were 30 and most of us are touching 40 now. So like myself, so we'll make a comeback with the over 40s.
It's very humbling when you have to graduate to an over 30 or over 40 league for sure. So watching the first half of this matchup, obviously your team facing the winner here on Saturday. Any thoughts? You know, Milwaukee Torrent kind of showing a lot of technical possession, a lot of composure on the ball, similar to what your team looked like in the first game. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Torrent is obviously dominating the game, so you can see they move the ball well, they get back well. Once they lose it, they do like to press, so they're definitely really well equipped in all aspects of the field. So they're a well-organized unit. And they're very good. They're a very good side. I think Arizona has to be a bit more adventurous, but I think they do have talent. But I think they're just very cautious at this moment. But yeah, definitely, Torrent are definitely dominating the game.
Yeah, one more point I would make a little bit towards yours as well as we look at a similar matchup. A little bit more experience on the Torrent side, much like you mentioned, your team has that composure. You have the experience of those players that have been in this situation, can handle a team that says we're going to come out and press you as hard as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a coach, listen, I always say the players win the game. The coach is 25%. You know, we can tell you the theory is great, but at the end of the day, it's the players if they're going to apply it and see something that's come up and maybe a tactical change to then expose the opponents and just keep the game flowing in our favor.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you so much. You obviously, you know, what you as a club, what you represent, where you're from, there's so much history in Eastern New York soccer. Is there any words you would like to say to the stream while we have it open for you?
No, I just want to say thank you to our fans, everyone that's tuned in. The EPSL is a strong league, and it's why we're here. Every game there's no easy games anymore in the Cosmopolitan and the EPSL, so that pushes us to be better. So, you know, we send our thanks to them also, but just thanks for everyone that supports us, and thank you for having us.
Of course, thank you, Coach. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, folks, these interviews brought to you by Dunkin' and Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer. And these are superior interviews. We are going to take one more quick break before we bring you back to live action for the second half and the conclusion between Milwaukee, Torrent FC, and FC Arizona here in the semifinals of the United States Adult Soccer Association Amateur Cup. We will be right back.
Brewer jams it home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman.
Whoa, my goodness.
122-6-0 for Penn. Oh, what a swim. Six of them.
Shot at the buzzer. She got it! Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Hello.
Did it again.
Hello.
Made the highlight reel again. That goes to Mentor and all kinds of room to run. Down the middle of the field, and he will not be touched. Jackson, hello! There we go.
Stokes throws it, caught, ball ricochets.
Wow.
A huge hit.
Wow. This has been an amazing display of goal scoring.
Back now for the second half of action between the Milwaukee Torrent and FC Arizona here at the USASA Amateur Cup. We are at NIU here in Dekalb, Illinois. It is a beautiful night for some football, and what a treat we have had in the earlier match and so far in the first half. What have you seen that you have liked, Kristen?
Well, Diego, to be honest with you, the Milwaukee Torrent have put on, they impressed me with their technical ability. I'll be honest with you. Whether it's Steinwasser in the middle, as well as Max Ludwig, Jamie LeCompte we saw score a goal. They're they seem to glide through defenders, if I'm being honest with you. The ball is attached by a string at their foot. You don't see too many giveaways of the ball, which is what we're seeing FC Arizona do a little bit when they're trying to play too direct. They're just playing these 50-50 balls that are, ending up getting picked up by the more technical team. So, obviously 1-0 game, it's anyone's game still at this point.
1-0, and it is wide open for the taking. It was just on the stroke of halftime that the Torrent took the lead. So can FC Arizona answer back? We are going to find out with a long ball quickly tested, and it is right at the feet of FC Arizona. There was a halftime substitution for the Torrent. Paco Piscaglia has made way for Gabe Vong, the number 9 now into the match, that striker position.
There's a better ball by FC Arizona. Not quite too direct, playing it planned.
Lays it off beautifully. Here is FC Arizona testing it, slicing at it, and just wide.
Promising start so far, trying to get out on the first half. Does a nice job of just touching this wide to the open player. Well done to recover there, and just misses it a bit wide there.
So here is the ensuing goal kick. Out of bounds for an FC Arizona throw. And right out of the gate, it's better from FC Arizona. That's better possession. That's better control. Can they keep it now? To be determined. Kaup back to Ortner. Oh, quick takeaway.
Yeah, you definitely have to commend them. It is not easy getting scored on the stroke of a halftime, and then to come out right at the beginning and put one shot on goal right away.
Here's
Already
Martinez.
After a better start.
Good takeaway there. And I like that more, again, from the center back. That was Salama, where he would have in the first half cleared that out and sent it for the throw-in, kept it inbounds, controlled it. Now here's the other problem, is that the Torrent are back on the ball. Here's Martinez. Sends it back to Kaup. Gongora. Wide for Pill. Speculative cross into the box, finds the wrong end of the 18.
It's a bit ambitious to try and hit frame from there, but when you're Taylor Pill, you probably can do it.
Driven ball in, nodded back, but only into the path of Gongora for the Torrent. Great ball for Ludwig. Does have the run of Nelson wide and earns a corner. Alongside Duncan and Michelob Ultra, Capelli Sport, also a sponsor of this USASA National Amateur Cup. All the on-field gear provided by Capelli Sport, as well as the apparel for this Amateur Cup weekend. You're going to see a lot of administrators and officials out in that wonderful Capelli gear.
It is nice fitting, I can attest. Easily picked up there, right at the keeper.
Balls are nice too, like really textured, like firm. I like the Capelli soccer balls.
So Diego's already been on the field.
I have. I prior to the game, I played around with some of the soccer balls. I saw one out of its bag. Here is Milwaukee Torrent cross into the box, trailing a little bit away, but a great touch.
Those are the most perfect crosses. You get on the ground, slotted to the top of the 6. There's no way a keeper can cut that off. That's just one of the most dangerous crosses.
Disappointment from Vong. Maybe should have done better. He was just ahead of that cross into the box, that technically perfect cross into the box.
I mean, this is brilliant pressure from Milwaukee Torrent right there. You just saw their center back surrounded by 5 Torrent players with the keeper. He only had one choice, and that was to drop to the keeper in his own box.
Away goes FC Arizona. Afonso now finding Aceves, and out wide for Murillo. Aceves once more. Provenzano, still Provenzano, gets a lucky bounce. Provenzano, a sliding effort from Torrent to deny it. Back in possession are Milwaukee Torrent. Ludwig quickly out. It's a beautifully placed ball to Steinwasser. Still on the ball. Wider once again. Dispossessed, maybe a little cheaply. Lecomte given away. Benjamin laying it back. Back on the ball are FC Arizona. Aceves. Wide for Murillo. Afonso had some work to do to control it. Afonso spots the ball out wide. Touchdown. Better from FC Arizona, much better. Can they find something in the attacking third?
Yeah, they just seem to be moving the ball more confidently, Diego.
That ball's going to fall out of bounds from Provenzano, but better, much, much better from FC Arizona. There's a difference, a spark.
It's less direct. We will, as you saw there, ball came out wide, one time inside, one time back out, and then the big switch. Can you suck the defenders into one area and then find your open player in the other? That's how you're going to open up space.
And now it's Milwaukee Torrent, the aggressors, testing the long balls. That one intended for Martinez, who has been the danger man for the Torrent so far. So quick. Flicked on. That's beautiful. Murillo in some space. Benjamin wants it back. Is he going to get it? The defender there ahead of him. Kratzer able to dispossess them. They're back in possession with Gallegos.
It's a great recovery by Kratzer, and then immediately pushes his back line back up.
Flores into the box. Nothing doing. Touchdown. Aceves lays it back for Alharthi. Gallegos. Controlled by Milwaukee Torrent. Flag points the direction of FC Arizona.
First 7 minutes here, and FC Arizona obviously displaying quite a bit of possession on the ball there. It'll be interesting to see if Milwaukee Torrent, though, gets frustrated with that and starts to play more direct because they can't keep possession. So we could have a tables turning here in the second half.
They are back in possession, our FC Arizona. Here is their man with the band, Afonso. His pass intended for Murillo is intercepted. They clear their lines effectively, though. We've got not one, but two returning competitors tomorrow in Rochester Lasers and Pan World Elite WFC on opposite sides of the bracket. Rochester Lasers take on the Winger FC. That's at 5:30 p.m. Central. And Pan World takes on Edgewater Castle at 8 p.m.
Should be two great games. Looking forward to those being hopefully just as competitive as these two have been.
Yeah, we have been treated to some high level. And listen, it's amateur soccer, yes, but the experience levels on these teams, like, it is the highest of high as it pertains to amateur soccer. The level, the competition, the technique, the attack, the defense, it's all been just so wonderful to watch. It really is like the height of artistry that soccer provides.
I mean, it really is. This is just the cream of the crop of players that have either been professional in the past or are going to be professional in the future. They're either right there on the cusp or coming down from it, and that just makes this level of soccer so fun to watch and makes this a great event.
Out of bounds is the call, pointed in the direction of the Torrent.
Getting a little chilly in old Dekalb.
Sun goes down in the heartlands.
Says the New York boy.
That's yeah, you know what? What leg do I have to stand on here? The ensuing throw, we are going to wait for a replacement ball, brought to you and provided by Capelli Sport, of course. But all these balls will be getting their fair share of wear and use over this weekend. This is Nelson on the throw. Nodded on. Controlled by Aceves and back for Burboa.
There you go. Find
right
them.
into Murillo. Great pocket of space.
Unlucky.
Couldn't get the pass. Ludwig is dispossessed. Aceves back on the ball. There's a ball out wide that they find.
That's the switch they weren't finding in the first half. They were looking forward too quickly instead of looking to the other side of the field.
Aceves. Afonso. Numbers high. Vong. Oh, what a touch. Or a shot. That was Benjamin, pardon me.
Beautiful outside of the foot, though. A little cheeky.
Starting to test Ortner ever so much, keeping him honest, keeping him on his toes. Ortner laying the ball down, pushing numbers forward. Ball bounces, no one on it. Here's Milwaukee Torrent, ball into the box.
Does a great job.
Waters gets the touch, yeah, indeed.
Oh,
that's
wow.
amazing! That effort from Martinez.
Woo! Almost just saw us a bicycle kick.
I mean, we've seen just about everything so far. Add that to the repertoire, why not?
Oh, take a look at it one more time. Beautiful ball across, and look at side bike, I guess. But man, he had that just about on frame. Power was great. Great ball.
Really well worked from from Torrent. Here's Ludwig going at the defense. Finds the striker. Lecomte once again had trailed into the box and was the final recipient. Great ball in there from Ludwig. Lecomte, a tough turn to try and redirect that goalward.
Yeah, he does an impressive job there of just sneaking through the two defenders, and that's kind of what I was mentioning earlier. They are just so technical. The ball is so tight to their foot, even when they're right around the 18, surrounded by other defenders.
Pair of substitutions loading up for FC Arizona. Luis Martinez Guzman and Jordin Figueroa waiting in the wings for their entrance to the match. Waters tests the long ball. Benjamin will give chase. It will be shielded. Oh, flicked back in. Did get around the defender. It's going to fall for Aceves. Aceves loads up from distance. Flicked out of bounds.
Yeah, good work there by Milwaukee Torrent to recover, but that is a questionable clear there when you're on the end line. No nonsense. Get that out of there. Instead, tries to find a midfielder, and unfortunately they got dispossessed and almost gave up a shot on goal.
The ensuing corner to be taken by Aceves of FC Arizona, still looking for the equalizer. This one probably going to be driven in, and it is towards the back stick. Never had a chance to be dangerous. Out of bounds on its way goalward.
Still got to feel pretty positive if you're FC Arizona, though. About 13, 14 minutes in, and they're starting to settle in. They've had more chances. They've looked more dangerous in the first 15 minutes than I think they did the whole first half.
So it is Jordin Figueroa to replace Justin Provenzano. Luis Martinez Guzman also into the match. The ensuing goal kick. Luis Gallegos also exiting the match for Luis Martinez Guzman. Back into the middle for Afonso on that left foot. Wanted the continued run of Flores on that far side. Didn't get it. So that ball's going to trickle out of bounds for nothing more than a goal kick. Ortner will set and push his numbers forward.
Waiting to see how Milwaukee Torrent responds here. They've sort of been on the back heel this half so far. Be interested to see if, you know, maybe they look at moving that 4-3-3 into more of a 4-4-2. Potentially control the possession in the midfield a little bit more, put a few more bodies in there. At the same time, we both know the danger of parking the bus. No one wants to do that, but maybe just to control the pace in the midfield a little more.
It is interesting. We've eclipsed the hour mark, and it still feels like we're having these pockets of time that are just the feeling out process continuing over and over and over as these teams really try and grab a foothold in the match. Here's the ball. It's going to be met there by Guzman and Waters. The takeaway. Back on the ball are FC Arizona. Murillo. Aceves. Clever. Sends through. Figueroa. Figueroa has a step. Cope has a touch.
Critical touch there. He had him beat by a step there. So much speed just off the sideline.
So here is the throw deep in their own territory. Calls for a handball that they will receive.
Good break for Milwaukee Torrent there. Otherwise, looking like FC Arizona might have been able to play another dangerous ball across. We saw Ortner make a couple saves in the first half, but has largely remained untested.
Salama felt the pressure from Martinez, got it off his foot well. Alharti out wide, Flores, the run. Benjamin on the ball now, into the middle for Afonso, if he can reach it, lets it go. Figueroa, Murillo has Guzman in support, comes back around, Afonso. 3 defenders in front of him, he's gonna get a turn. Wow, that's incredible, Afonso returns. Afonso still on the ball, looking for just enough space to flip the ball into the box. Afonso doing it all. Afonso,
wow.
That's in the net!
Wow.
Benjamin!
Wow.
Marco Afonso. Well, if there's one thing soccer players know how to do, it's legwork. And he did it all there.
He sure did. I tell you what, 3 defenders, gets him beat, give and go. Doesn't stop, doesn't just get rid of it. Continues his run. Gets out wide, beats another defender to cross a perfect ball.
Look
this
at that.
Is brilliant.
1, 2, 3 in support. Ball into the box. Benjamin with perfect positioning.
I mean, and you couldn't put that ball in a better spot, Diego. There you go.
We are drawn level here. The lead erased.
You had a feeling that one was potentially coming. Milwaukee Torrent just looking a little like they were resting on that 1-goal lead going into half.
Absolutely, and you just can't do that. If you give a team an inch, you might as well give them a mile. And not what FC Arizona want to see. Their captain and assist maker, Marco Afonso, down for just a moment, readjusting the socks, feeling out the ankle. A little bit of hitch in his giddy up. He will most likely make his way from the field just to get a little bit of attention before he is welcomed back onto the pitch. No substitutions being made so far for FC Arizona. So they will work diligently to get Afonso back on the pitch. For now, they play a man down. The restart. And it's Milwaukee Torrent. Everyone behind the ball for FC Arizona.
You would think a Jeff Pill coach team is going to be very, very composed in this situation, which is what we're seeing from them right now. Just passing around, moving it around, waiting for the right ball.
Good hold-up play there amidst the pressure. Now FC Arizona feeling a little emboldened to press. This ball wide for Martinez. Sizing up our Milwaukee Torrent. Ludwig flips it out. Steinwasser.
Davis, stay
Cope.
wide. Ollie, stay more central. Tucked in.
Ludwig now. Flips it out once again. This is Pill for Steinwasser. Has some space. Tries one into the box. Berboa there. Sure-handed. Afonso back onto the pitch now. They have their 10 to complete the 11. Berboa through the middle. Salama. Here's the press. It's heavy. Can FC Arizona beat it? They test the long ball, searching for Figueroa. He's going to get on the end of it and gives it up. Murillo, there's options wide. Great step there by Pill.
Critical by Pill. That was going straight up to Murillo.
Good footwork there, but the pass is behind the runner. Back in possession are FC Arizona. Benjamin is offside. Did give a cursory point, wanting that long ball. Figueroa recovers possession. Afonso holds up slowly. And a whistle to stop play dead.
The energy has definitely ticked up a bit here since that equalizing goal. You feel the players kind of going a little more hectic, if you will, starting to feel that pressure.
There's a spark once again. Everyone is feeling a little more into the match.
FC Arizona substitution in the 68th minute. Entering the match, number 13, Jean Takuri.
Jean Takuri, the number 13, will replace Jose Murillo. And that will move Alexis Flores to this near side. Guzman. Here is Flores. Ball over the box, over the top. Figueroa trailing away from goal. Cope asking for a handball.
Yeah, showed some great skill there just to bring it down, control it, and get something off the defender there. Get another in-swinging corner kick here and maybe do something dangerous with it.
So it is the captain, Marco Afonso. The slow walk over. This one to swing inward. Lays it softly.
Don't hate the idea, but you've got to know if you're running onto that, you're going to want to time it. Keep it on frame.
Timing wasn't there for Aceves, but the opportunity, absolutely. Great service there from Afonso. Ortner once again pushes his lines. And it's won by the substitute.
Hard here, hard here.
Guzman for Flores. Hard press. Effective, taken away. Recovered. Aceves. Cutting ball through the middle. FC Arizona running at the Torrent. Figueroa. He's been a spark of life for the Torrent.
Much better build up there, Diego. They're just, you can tell they're finding each other in the midfield there, and they're not dedicated to just playing that long ball over the top first thing they do.
Well, back at the feet of Milwaukee Torrent FC. Cleared away. It's effective pressure this time from FC Arizona. Nothing untoward there. Fong on the ball. Tries to give it up for Martinez. Disappointment mounting, frustration.
This game's just going to continue to open up as we tick closer to that 90 minutes.
Oh, it is about to split wide open. You just have a sense, you have a feeling.
I've got a feeling, though, the team that stays more composed and that actually keeps the ball, possesses and moves it forward, neither defensive four has just shown that they've got that great of an answer for it. We've seen a lot of shot opportunities just from, honestly, possession.
Give us a chance, T.
Milwaukee Torrent, who led in the first half for total shots. In this second half, not a single shot on goal.
Absolutely, been the tale of two halves here.
Incredible how much things can change. Although, here's an opportunity. Martinez can't get around Guzman. Just about 19 or so left to be played.
A lot of corners so far, though, and we've seen some good chances out of them.
Ethan near.
Got another in-swinger. Come with the right foot. See if we can keep it far enough away from the keeper.
Pill into the box. Knotted down by Salama. The follow-up opportunity deflected and cleared. Walker trying to touch it down. Ahead of Lecomte. Shields it out for the throw.
I've been really impressed with Steinwasser in the middle there for Torrent FC, or Milwaukee Torrent. He keeps making, he's almost playing a defensive holding midfielder, and he keeps making these defensive runs back to stop the ball. And then we take a look now, he's back up top.
Which is incredible. He's listed here as an out-and-out attacker, striker, forward, whatever you want to call it. But he really has been everywhere. There was a moment in the first half where he had fallen so far back that he was the de facto center back as someone else had trailed up and made a run. Great utility player. Foul is the call, and in a good position for the Milwaukee Torrent. As we were discussing, Carlos Carrion came on to replace Alexis Flores. That was a substitution made for FC Arizona.
Fresh legs can make a difference at this point in the game, easily. Okay, we take a look there. We see what all the hubbub was about there.
Oh, yep, indeed.
Referee, obviously, giving the free kick there to Milwaukee Torrent. Little extracurricular activity on the ground.
Here is Max Ludwig, one of the co-captains of this Torrent team, trying to lead and will his team back into a lead. Ludwig lays it short. Steinwasser saves it. Does he? Hands up. Calling for an out of bounds. Still Steinwasser. Shielded. Flicked on and cleared. It's going to bounce unkindly for everyone. No one really able to get a firm grip of possession so far. Cleared away. Foul called to the direction of FC Arizona.
Yeah, and we go back to that free kick there by Milwaukee Torrent. I love the idea. I mean, play that short ball off near-sided, but it's got to be a one-time turn-in shot there. Once you get to the end line, all you can do is really pull it back and try and win a corner.
And ends up at the feet of FC Arizona by way of this free kick. Winner plays New York Pancyprian Freedoms in the final Saturday evening, 7 p.m. Central. The next day, the women's final will be played out between the winners of the two semifinals tomorrow. Afonso flips it out. Quickly taken away. Holding up well here. Arizona win the throw. They play Benjamin in behind. Had enough space, now holding up against the defense, against one, against two. They win out, and the ball is at the feet of Ludwig. Vong. Ludwig once more. Vong again. Good connection. Steinboscher. Numbers moving forward. A little bit of a gap in the midfield. Ludwig fills it. Gongora fills it.
Yeah.
Cleared away.
Vung's really just been a firecracker off the bench for Milwaukee Torrent. I mean, he subbed in the second half, and he's been just about everywhere on the ball.
Steinwasser was dispossessed. He will get it back. Still not sure possession. Ludwig now. Afonso. Can't find Aceves. He has to get it back himself. Foul is the call. Challenge in behind the back of Afonso, or of Aceves, pardon me.
Credit FC Arizona in the second half, coming out defensively. Their back line, as you saw there in that last one, when Max Ludwig had the ball, they've tightened up more. There's not those holes in between. You saw him try to poke that through and poke a through ball, and they're just much more organized in the back four this half.
Waters to Afonso. Cuts back on Lecomte. Back at Waters. Now a bit of a moment of calm for FC Arizona. Waters. Afonso checks. Receives. Afonso past one. That's clever. Tests the long ball. Carrion. Ball at his feet. Aceves. Carrion. Sliding effort dispossesses him. Steinwasser. Still Steinwasser. Flicks it out. Can he receive it again? They're forced backwards. Pill. Drives
Great
one.
ball.
Back stick. No one home. Out of bounds. Goal kick.
Great idea. Better build up there that time. Just did not have the wide runner there. Had someone going down the center of the field.
So we're going to hold up for just a moment for the ensuing goal kick. 11 minutes and some change until the final whistle.
Potential final whistle.
Potential final whistle.
Yes, if we stay there, if our scoreline stays the same, we've got two 15-minute overtime halves at the end of regulation. So we still got about 11 minutes in stoppage.
Aceves with a great touchdown.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me to see another one.
But it also wouldn't surprise me if this is drawn to a stalemate.
Also true.
FC Arizona in possession once more. Salama. Drives one right into the waiting chest of Ortner. Played quickly this time. Cope. Ortner again. The press. Did look like he got a touch. Benjamin. Oh, that's a great ball. Afonso. Afonso. Past the sliding defender.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's service like a Chick-fil-A drive-through. Kyle Benjamin, his second from a second assist from Marco Afonso.
Wow. That looks just like a carbon copy almost of the first goal. Brilliant ball.
Copy, paste. No kidding. Here we take another look at it. Marco Afonso clips it in to the waiting head of Kyle Benjamin.
What composure here to stay on the ball as the defender goes down, gets him back up on his feet, and is able to play that ball at the correct height, correct distance. I maybe could have even scored that, and that's saying something.
FC Arizona taking full advantage. I don't know what was in that halftime talk, but they have come out with a fire. They have come out much more composed, and they are really feeling themselves now.
Absolutely, Diego. It's if you would have asked me in the first half if I thought they could come back, I'd probably say yes, but I didn't think it would happen. 2 goals, they've just played completely different soccer in this half. They've been more confident, they've been more composed on the ball. And I mean, like you just saw, taking defenders down the end line, getting rid of the ball at the right time. Things are clicking for FC Arizona.
And they found the right time to start clicking. And if they can continue this, if they can continue to steamroll like this into the final, Pan Cyprian Freedom could have a little bit of a challenge on.
Well, I think it depends if we see the FC Arizona team we saw in the first half or the team we see here. And that's, you know, sort of the biggest challenge when it comes to amateur and semi-pro soccer, right, is finding that consistency, whether it be with your level of play, the players that you have, or your style of play. And so it would be an interesting matchup if this is how the scoreline ends up.
Do want to remind you of our sponsors this weekend. Dunkin'. USASA is proud to have Dunkin' as a sponsor. The National Amateur Cup runs on Dunkin'. They do provide sponsorship for those halftime interviews. Michelob Ultra, also a sponsor for this weekend. Michelob Ultra, a superior light beer, providing sponsorship for this weekend and for, again, the halftime interviews, as well as the trophy and award celebration and presentation on Saturday evening. Capelli Sport is a proud USASA partner. Whether it's kits, balls, apparels, or equipment, Capelli has what your team is looking for, and you can head to capellisport.com for more information and a look at all of the amazing products that Capelli Sport has on offer. Balls and apparel for this weekend have been provided by Capelli Sport. Here is Vong. Vong into the box! Wow. Equalizer! Brilliant! Impact sub, Gabe Vong.
Got a card issued as well.
I think that is the least of their concerns right now.
I mean, Vong is just, he has been so fast on the ball since he subbed in. I don't know if it's the French legs, I don't know if it's his technical ability, but he has been involved in every single attacking play going forward, and he's so calm on the ball. Look at this touch right out front, right to his right foot.
Opens his hips, wow.
Just tucks it right around the keeper. Brilliant finish.
Well, quick as they come, quick as they go. A lead erased and a stalemate drawn once more.
You wonder where that Milwaukee Torrent side was the first, let's see. Oh no, don't make me do math. The first lot of this half.
No kidding. Now on 40 minutes, 35.
There you go.
Testing ball over the top. Met there by the defenders. Waters clears away, but only as far as Pill. Touchdown. Can it find the path of Milwaukee Torrent? They want a handball. They won't get it. Ludwig controls in the middle. Nelson. Still Nelson.
Oh, great ball.
Great ball for Vong. Cuts it back. Finds Steinwasser. Still on the ball is Steinwasser, dispossessed and cleared.
They've definitely kicked it up a notch here. Getting the every 50-50 ball first.
Steinwasser, great ball. Lecomte!
Yes.
Well, where has this been the past 40 minutes for the Milwaukee Torrent? Wherever it is, they will be so glad to have found it once again.
God, what an absolute collapse by FC Arizona here. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Milwaukee Torrent, both goals here, as we look, they're just perfectly executed.
Oh, Slotsville, California. That's tremendous.
Yep. Just finds him outside wide. He's got his body shaped in the correct direction. I mean, you just, what a response.
Truly remarkable. Brian Aceves will make way for Parker Orr, an attacking reinforcement for FC Arizona as they now chase the game for the second time this match.
I just wanted to wait to the last 10 minutes of the game for all the excitement. But
Giving
really,
us a thrilling conclusion, to be sure.
I mean, FC Arizona has just played phenomenally this entire second half, and to give up 2 goals in quick succession like that when you bounce out to really grasp the lead.
Just
and
can't
what you
fall asleep
feel
at
like
the
is
wheel, yeah.
right, what you feel is like one of the last minutes of the game. That's why we love the sport.
Here's Ludwig. Lecomte.
Oh.
Lecomte again. Follow-up opportunity, Steinwasser. Deflected out. And you know, we have not called Figueroa's name in a while. And how important was he in creating and just causing havoc for FC Arizona?
Yeah, that's an excellent point, Diego. They got away from him, and as you noticed that as they got away, Milwaukee Torrent started picking up the possession again.
Here's Waters under pressure, forced backwards. Driven ball. Carry on. Vong nods it back. Ludwig.
Oh, he's got the speed.
Past Afonso, captain on captain crime. Ludwig on his right foot. Ludwig! Artistry personified.
That goal is not putting anyone to sleep there as Ludwig takes a nap on his celebration. But that was a clinic in controlling the ball and attacking with speed.
Well, he just seemed to have the easiest yellow brick road to Oz.
He's so fast, though, and he's so technical. I mean, you saw him do that little, almost a fake of a step over with his right, and then touches it to the right, and within a millisecond, that shot is off his foot. I mean, he's technical, he's quick, he's been shown it all game, and, a well-deserved goal for a brilliant finish.
Well, the pendulum swingeth right back. 2-4 now, late in this match. It's going to take some pretty special kitchen sink management for FC Arizona to come back in this match when they were seemingly down, but never out. Here's Afonso. He's created 2.
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago, we were talking about which FC Arizona team might show up for the Saturday final. And now, 10 minutes later, the story's completely changed.
Somewhere in New York, Spike Lee is checking his brain because the script is flipped right on its head. Here's Vong. Ludwig keeps it in. Tremendous
beautiful.
technical ability. Disagreement on the face of Max Ludwig.
I mean, that's just the technical ability we're talking about. He's so light and quick on his feet and just seems to have the ball on a string.
Well, should results hold, what an incredible match we're going to have. This midfield Lecomte, Ludwig, Gongora, Martinez, the speedster, against that high-octane offense of the New York Prince Cyprian Freedoms. Woo!
It's going to be a great matchup. I mean, from talking to Coach Pano at halftime, already excited to see two experienced technical teams go at each other and see, you know, what style wins, what team has more success, and who can be the most dangerous.
6 minutes to be played, so maybe that inspires just a little bit of hope. That's enough time to maybe grab something. Hey, it was 3 goals in 5 minutes.
It can be done.
2 and 6 should be no problem. Marco Afonso to serve this one up.
You're going to see Milwaukee Torrent try and throw some time-wasting efforts in at this point.
Anything and every second counts. Marco Afonso.
Great ball.
It's a tremendous ball in!
Brilliant save. Oh,
and a flag up on the far side. Wow.
Let's take a look here. This ball is perfect, just swinging in towards the goal, but wide enough so the keeper can't get there. Beautiful point blank save there by Ortner. Just makes himself big and keeps that one out of the net, even though it ended up being called offsides.
Off the head of Gabriel Waters. Tremendous opportunity from FC Arizona. We are going to hold up momentarily for a pair of substitutions. Michael Doesi to replace Javier Steinwasser. And that will be the only substitution. Steinwasser, great match so far.
Yeah, he put in a solid shift of work. I mean, just controls the ball when it is in the midfield, and just always such a great option up top as well. He's a big body. He can shield out for space and always dangerous.
Good step there from Figueroa, who is being forced into these more receded locations as they chase the game. Figueroa back on the ball. It's a foul. Owen Gendrich, the next substitution on tap for Milwaukee Torrent. Sent up line, right to the feet of Figueroa. Afonso with him. And dispossessed, didn't feel the pressure. Waters. Lecomte bullied off the ball.
Yes, ref's got to be careful here. This doesn't get too chippy.
Threatening to open right up.
It's been a aggressive game. I mean, not dirty, but it's been aggressive. It's been competitive, and he's given out a few cards.
Jamie Lecomte will be replaced by Owen Gendrich.
And another, just as you've mentioned many times, just a stalwart in the midfield. Possessed the ball, created plenty of opportunities this evening. Got himself a few goals.
2 incredibly important ones, no doubt. So here is the ensuing free kick. Nelson. Just about 2 minutes left. Finals looming for Milwaukee Torrent. Quickly taken. Juan Lopez laying out for it. Maybe a bit of a speculative attempt on ball there.
Hey, cut the angle however you can cut the angle. Some of us aren't super duper fast.
Ball thrown in. They'll find the feet of Benjamin. Afonso on it now. Plays it for Waters. There's the foul. Referee holding up just for a potential advantage. Nothing doing.
Good opportunity for FC Arizona to put one back on the board. You'd think that they're running short on time to try and take it to extra time, but
short on time, but no short on drive and want and
that
desire.
Is for sure.
Marco Afonso, tremendous service so far this match. Can this one be just as spectacular? Afonso into the box! Once again, that looked to be Waters on the end of it. Ortner got just enough of a touch on it. Deflected out of bounds, a corner here.
Dicey by Ortner there, but does enough to keep it out of bounds. It's another dangerous ball. Well done with FC Arizona on the free kick as we see it come over. Just that run is so dangerous.
Ortner punches the ensuing corner kick clear. This ball batted up. Touchdown. Throw in for Milwaukee Torrent in the final seconds of scheduled time. All eyes to the center referee now, Adam Brozovic. The throw-in is long, nodded back. Late drama, perhaps. Flicked forward. Away go Milwaukee Torrent towards the other side. Great vision there. They're just going to hold it up. Doisi. Figueroa gets the takeaway. Yes, he does. Sends it back. Maybe one potential opportunity. Oh, it's taken away there and controlled. Ludwig now.
They're doing it again.
Might as well. Here's the final
Great
effort.
Save.
Saved and cleared. Afonso goes sliding. Ludwig back on the ball. Here come Milwaukee Torrent. Just trying, just going, forcing their way, forging onward. There is a flag, there is a stoppage, and that is more than likely all she wrote.
Just waiting on the final whistle here, and we'll have our final match set for Saturday, and I am very excited for what this is going to look like.
Set in stone. New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms will face Milwaukee Torrent FC come Saturday. Thank you so much for tuning in to the past two games. Absolute firecrackers and something in store for you that, gosh, how excited are you?
It was a great first night of soccer. I'll tell you what, Diego. The first game, 5 goals. We see Pan-Cyprian Freedoms really just kind of come out and set the tone for it. And then to have this thriller of a second game, there's not much more we can ask for. But we will be back tomorrow for the women's semifinals. And I'm excited to see some of that competition as well. If it's anything close to this, we're going to have another great evening of soccer.
Absolutely. Tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Central Time, Rochester Lasers take on Winger FC in the first semifinal. And then Pan World Elite Women's FC take on Edgewater Castle FC. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Central. For Diego Mijan and
Kristen Hazley,
we want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Duncan. Thank you to Michelob Ultra and Capelli Sport for your sponsorship. Thank you to our wonderful guests on the broadcast. We are going to be right back here tomorrow, and we will see you next time.
Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today.